Yeah, I can honestly say that, I can't see myself ever going to another barber unless, of course, I moved away, move to a different state.
Don't do that.
So what inspired you to be a barber?
Another barber that messed my head up when I was about 11 years old. After he messed me up, fortunately my mom had a pair of clippers for her dog. So I snatched those clippers and started cutting my hair. I've been cutting ever since.
I met Juan, after I got out of college.
Cuts.
Eastside Cuts, that's right. He was before he actually had his shop here. I met him right out of college. Was looking for a barber, somebody who could cut well, affordable. And I met Juan, and we struck up a very good conversation. I can honestly say that of all the barbers I've had in my life, he's always made me feel more comfortable. Always complimenting me on how I look after the haircut. Make me feel good, make me feel a lot better every time I left his barbershop. So I liked him, I stuck with him, and I just kept coming back.
You want to give them a haircut, and you want to give a professional haircut. You want to be as professional as possible.
Well, I get everything ready at nighttime. Before I leave, I make sure that my shop is clean.
Yeah.
All my tools are sprayed. I got all the chemicals, that sprays all the bacteria out the blades. So that's how I get ready. And then by the time I get in, either my customers comes in or they're waiting for me right to work. I don't like telling somebody to sit down and then I got to clean up from the night before. I've never done that. I've been doing this 42 years now. I've been doing this. And I've always had that routine.
Yeah. So can you show us some of your clippers?
Sure. These are my Andes. These are my favorite ones. Then this is the one that I cut your hair down with, And those are basically all the tools that I have. That's all I need, and my scissors.
So what are the difference? Do you use one for someone who has a lot of hair, or one for shape ups?
Yeah, well the black ones are for shape ups. These are the shape ups. I sharpen my blades myself.
Yeah.
And then this one is for cutting half of the hair, and this is the one that does all the fades. I got different blades for different sizes and stuff like that. Yeah.
So what do you use? What kind of spray do you use to kind of finish them off?
I've been doing this all the years. Black Magic. Everybody loves it, especially the cherry. The kids love that stuff.
It smells great.
Yeah, it smells great. It keeps a nice sheen on the head, A lot of years I've been using that one.
Barbara is someone who pretty much knows the community very well, and they're pretty much up on politics itself and different topics goes on everyday life. There's somebody who does go to just talk about things and stuff and relax, talk about family life or so, talk about anything, and just have a good time getting your haircut.
Can you talk about your experience cutting hair in Queens?
It was beautiful, when I first got out there, it was a beautiful complex, Left Rack City. And it just went to hell and cracked out in there. All the kids that I watched grow up like yourself, and I've been doing your hair since you was 2. I watched these kids grow up, and then they started killing each other off, and the place got infested with crack. So they don't call it Left Rack, they call it Crack City. It's sad, when you watch all these kids grow up, and they started killing each other off. So that's when I made up my mind. I was tired of seeing that. It's so negative. I try to tell all the young guys about my past, how deep I was on drugs, and finally I got out of all that mess. So I'm passing it on to them, but some listen, some don't.
People saying good stuff about that barber, like the work that barber has done to the people.
So can you explain a little bit how you got to this point, got to kind of getting into Stanford and cutting hair, your journey up to that point?
Laverne's company moved to Purchase. I was in Queens, cutting hair in Queens for a lot of years. And when our company moved out here, I told her I was ready to just move out. I was really sick of watching my guys growing up and getting into drugs and all that. The atmosphere was terrible. So we moved out here, and I was the best thing we ever did.
The last customer is talking about how you do charity work. Can you explain more about that?
Yeah, I go to with disabled people that are disabled and mentally ill. I go and cut their hair, and I was doing a lot of drug addicts. You know, I was a former drug addict myself, so I extend myself to a lot of the drug programs that they have around here, and the homeless. I was doing the shelters too, so that's how I got into it.
How'd you and Laverne meet and kind of like move out?
I used to cut a boyfriend's hair, then I started cutting her hair, and then once they split up, his loss in my game. Now we've been together 31 years.
Like,
A lot of trials together. Hola, negrita.